I guess I'm always on the lookout for differences. We just traveled back down the same path to Heldren that we, like the exact same path that we took up. And I find myself like scanning and looking for differences. The snowman was gone. That's different. I can only assume that Lady A and Joseph or Joseph must have taken care of it. They both seem really tough, like hardy. I know Vasilisa has a crush on Joseph, but him and Lady A, they seem cut from the same cloth, Vasilisa and Joseph seem so different. Then again, maybe I just find myself looking for differences. We pushed ourselves really hard to get back to Heldren. It was freezing cold, but we never stopped. We made it all the way from the lodge back to Heldren in one trip. Heldren looked pretty much the same as it appeared over the horizon. Once it cracked over there, we could see it looked like Heldren. I didn't notice any differences. Until we got much closer, and I started to notice happy, smiling faces on many people rushing to greet us. This is a wonderful difference to notice.
Yay!
So nice.
Congratulations. Welcome back to Heldren. You guys haven't been here since episode 1, session 1.
Wow.
You guys are back. I've pulled up the map. It is a cute little town. And
adorable.
As you guys approach, you're kind of met with a lot of people.
Have we not seen this before? I feel like
No, you have.
we did in the very beginning.
Yeah,
But
very beginning.
there wasn't a lot of people, though. They didn't know us.
Right?
That's different.
I mean, Normie and I were bringing in the
Everyone knows me.
guard.
well, that's
true. Yeah.
I did write a snippet of song in honor of our last episode.
Oh, yeah?
I did.
You gonna sing it for us right now?
Oh.
Maybe.
Here, take another drink of your champagne. Take another drink of your champagne.
More mimosa. No. All right. By the river we expect a snowman. Nothing's there, so we just shrug and go. We hope that it's not some sort of omen. Really, we're just sick of all this snow. Later on, we perspire as we long for a fire. We trudge on and on as we go along, walking in a winter horror land.
That's good. That's good.
Nice.
So welcome back to Heldren.
So who do we see?
Yeah, well, I mean, who are the people?
Does someone actually come down to greet us and meet us?
No, it's mostly people just like staying to the sides and like whispering and like just talking.
Like
and
we're
being
our own
excited.
parade.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lucy.
Yeah, hello.
Is Joseph in town?
Yeah, Joseph, he's over.
Where is he?
He's over at, he's in the,
Or
let me
Tepin.
look at
Ionia
the- Yeah,
Tepin.
they're all at the town hall.
Town hall.
Yeah, town
Okay.
hall.
Well, it sounds like that might be where we want to go.
Yeah, let's go to the town hall. I am very footsore, so
You guys head over to the town hall, whose large clock tower overlooks the town square, where there is a statue of a strange woman.
Valdine would like to stop at the tavern and have a drink before we go.
Just go to the Silver Stoat
I go
first.
right there and I get a drink, and then I catch up to the rest of the group.
So you run into the Silver Stoat really quick, and like you get in hustling, and people kind of hush down and they watch you. And you just go up to the bar, and you order a drink, and they hand you a drink, and you just down it, and then you like pay them and run out.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
That's it. I just want to get a drink real quick before we go. So I catch up to the rest of the group as they're headed towards the town hall.
We're all massacred at the town hall. No, the rest of the adventure, you have to solve the murder.
there's
What
just
happened?
a flashing light over our head, and it says, "Don't split the party."
Ah.
So you all make your way into the town hall, and inside there sits a bunch of like little pews, almost set up like a church, and a kind of riser at the front with like a series of desks and podiums and stuff. And up at one of the desks sits Iona Tepin, just riding away, and you see Joseph is there talking to her, and then so is Lady Argentine and Yuln.
What is it, Belor? Argentine's double?
She is
there?
not present.
Okay.
Or maybe she
Unless
is. We
she
don't know.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, which Argentine is it?
Exactly.
Uh,
We don't know.
Vasilisa ties Marigold up outside and just kind of goes in the door.
Well, actually, that's a fair question. How is Lady Argentine dressed?
How
Is she
dressed?
fancy Argentine, or is she like waitress Argentine in her clothing?
She's neither. She is dressed somewhere in between. She doesn't look like a waitress, but she is wearing not super fancy clothes. She is wearing decent clothes.
Okay.
Like you can tell these are something that she bought here in town.
Okay.
So
I'm
they're
gonna assume
nice?
it's the real her.
Town
They're
folk
they're
clothes.
nice. It's not ornate at all.
Vasilisa just sits immediately in the pew closest to the door and just kind of sticks her feet up on the pew in front of her because this has been 10 hours straight of trudging and she is tired.
mm-hmm.
Are you guys quiet when you go in?
Yeah, I don't want to disrupt anything.
Oh
Like,
no, Vasilisa
You are?
isn't trying to be quiet at all.
Well, what are they doing when we walk in? Are they having
They're
a
just
meeting?
talking.
I just
Yeah.
always feel like I'm interrupting anybody, so I just don't want to. Even if I'm back from a long adventure, just be like, "Hi guys."
That's fair.
Hello.
I just picture like Norm slunking through the door very
Kinda.
sneaky style
That's-
and Vasilisa just like flings her bag on the floor and drops her cold weather cloak next to it and just clumps herself down onto the pew closest to the door and is just like
And you make that commotion, and everyone kind of looks over, and Joseph comes running up to you, and he just like embraces you.
oh Joseph,
Oh, look how cute.
Oh,
so tired.
Someone's happy to see you.
Lisa, I'm glad you're back. Thank you. I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah, it was me too. I mean, lots has happened since I saw you last.
I can imagine. Please, everyone, come on in. Sit down. We'll get you some food and drink, and we'll be okay. Come
Oh,
on.
very-
tell
very-
us about.
very nice.
Tell
Thank
us
you.
everything. What's happened? What ended up happening? Did you guys find anything?
I mean, we're really tired.
I mean, okay. No food, please. I've had so many magic berries today. I am stuffed, but some tea would be wonderful. Speaking
try
of
alcohol.
tea, is that the real Lady Argentia?
Yeah, it's me.
For realses, though.
For realses.
Not like Bellor style.
No,
Yeah, no.
it's me. I'm the real one.
Belor
Okay.
didn't really have a good voice like
Yeah,
No,
that.
it sounds like her.
Belor went on ahead, sent her off to a par so she could have some time off with her family.
Okay, well,
oh, that was good enough. You too.
yes, we have some strange news. First things first. Queen Elvana of Yerison is trying to take over the entire world and bring winter to everything, so that's bad. That's really the big news.
This
I
is
bet
not-
it's
Surprise!
it has to do with that Baba Yaga too, right? She's
No,
opening her out.
it's
opposite of that.
Well,
yeah, funny
opposite. What do you
funny
mean opposite?
story.
It has to do with her.
It's like, have you ever heard of, something pretending to be something else to set them up what is the word in Heldren for someone who's not really guilty, but you're pretending that they are guilty?
A patsy?
Framed.
Yeah, piazzi? Okay,
Fall
sure.
guy.
Something like that. I mostly
Scapegoat.
know that. Okay, something with a goat. Baba Yaga is the goat, and the real goat is Queen Elvana. But she's pretending that it's Baba Yaga that's doing it, but really, she is actually fighting against Baba Yaga, which is crazy, but still true. She's doing.
Witches do be crazy.
We know that. Excuse me, Valdine.
So you mean to say?
Did you have more to drink than I thought you did? Because I told you not to get on the wrong side of a witch, and here you
Yeah,
are,
Valdine seems looser than usual.
calling me crazy. It's not.
It's been a while since I've been. in
Wait,
a
so
good
so
tavern.
you mean to
I
say?
am in excellent mental health. Thank you very much.
So you mean to say that you're trying to stop Elvana to help Baba Yaga?
We are trying to help save Baba Yaga. Yes.
And this man, of course, is Yuln Orstag, the caravan guard who collapsed that brought you all together, in a sense.
Mhm.
He's looking much better. He still has some bruises and everything, but he's up, standing straight, and he looks very strong and proud and tall.
Oh, hey, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Much better, thank you.
So yeah, I guess Baba Yaga is like in charge of who's on the throne, and it's like time to be like, okay, next, please. And
It's the Centennial, yeah.
And-
Indeed, yes.
and like the one that's on the throne doesn't want to get off. So
yeah,
they-
Elvana's like, no, actually.
and now we don't know where Baba Yaga is, or I don't know how we
But
would normally know that anyway.
We know her real house is stuck in White Throne.
And at that point, Iona Tepin, the head of the town council, speaks up. And how exactly did you find all of this out?
Oh, we met a writer.
Yes, the Black Rider.
The Black Rider.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Why was the Black Rider here in Heldren?
Well, he wasn't in
In
hell.
Taldor.
To clarify, he was in the Borderwood. There's a magic portal
Yeah.
straight to Irison.
I guess more than just one.
Well, the one in the Borderwood is
Yeah.
the one I was talking. But yes, there's many of them all over the world, apparently. And that's how Elvana is invading everywhere else.
It's a
yeah.
full-scale invasion
No,
at this
yes,
point.
but the
It's-
Black Rider was like, "Oh, I am dying.
well,
Do this thing." For
Yes, but this is not just here. This winter thing is happening everywhere. There is a similar winter.
The portals, yeah.
Like
Like all
there's-
over
Yeah.
Galarian.
Yeah, all over Galarian. It's not just localized.
Do you
event.
guys know where all the portals are?
No.
No, not even a little. But here's the thing.
We're
you
gonna
know
stop, we're gonna
how
stop the source.
you know how Irison is the land of never-ending winter.
Yeah, of course. That's why I left.
So me too. Yeah, it sucks, right? Summer's much better, but apparently, Korolyeva Elvana is like, oh, winter's so amazing. Let's make all of Golarian the land of never-ending winter. So that's bad.
So yeah, I think that's the next thing we're going to be doing is going through the portal we found and trying to
Yeah.
stop them.
Really,
Close them all up.
we mostly came back to say, hey, look out, invasion. Also get some supplies, and then
Hit back.
we're going to Irison.
You can't be serious.
Well, it's not going to
Lisa.
be fun, I don't think.
You're going back.
Yeah,
we have to.
I'm going to Irison. It's not my best.
Well, do you want to? Could we
Day.
just like send an army instead, or send like a whole bunch of guys?
Oh yeah, do you
Sorry.
guys have like guards? and-
Remember how if we don't actually actively try ourselves to do it, we will eventually just lose so much of our abilities that we are useless for
I mean, we did
anything?
say that we would try and make sure that it got taken care
We-
of.
There's a little bit of a blood pact going on here.
You guys did a blood
I'm
pact?
we're kind
made a
of cursed
promise.
a little bit, kind
Yeah.
of.
But we agreed to it, though.
Yeah, we said,
wasn't
sure,
forced
curse
upon
us.
us.
It was
to-
like his dying wish.
I feel as
Well,
though
it seemed important.
he manipulated me by being all fate and fortune, and I was like, yes, like the Haro, and then I feel.
Oh,
so
you mean
in
like he was
hindsight-
dying and he asked us to help him in his like dying
Well,
breath? You
yes,
mean
but
that?
the way he asked it, he was like, "Oh, you are all tied together by fate,"
He
and
did
I
know
was
about-
like,
yeah, he did know
"Oh,
about that. Like,
that's
he could
my
just see it.
fault. Okay, I guess this is my responsibility now." So, word to the wise: self-importance leads to curses.
Sounds like there's a good moral to a story here somewhere.
Yeah.
maybe when we're done.
I'll talk to the bards and
save
see
the
what we
day.
can come up with.
Yes, that should be the end of this
I know a
chorus.
bard.
Is and do not think you are so self-important that you are the one who must save the universe.
Do 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 do.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
catchy tune.
I can see it.
And do not think that you are so important or you'll be accursed forever.
Of the universe.
pretty good.
I am not a bard. I have no performance skill.
No, but what I'm suggesting though is that like if we're the ones who get an army together and send the army, we're still the ones doing it, kind of.
Here's the thing,
We're
though.
spearheading it.
Have any of you ever seen what happens when you have an army of just regular men or women, people, or rat folk, any kind of
An
sentient
army,
people,
yes.
versus some very powerful witches?
Yes, I have seen, yeah.
Oh, you have.
It's not
we
good.
haven't seen that.
So Valdine
No.
knows it's not good.
Magic just causes things to go all twisted about and confuses
Yes.
things. It's not the same as a regular fight.
You see this here, and Vasilisa just pulls a scroll out of her belt pouch. See this piece of paper.
Yeah.
If I wanted to, I could use this piece of paper to force sleep upon most average people. I could just say the magic words, and bam, they are asleep in the middle of battle even. And then I just go, and they dead. No
Is that what
chance
they're-
to save themselves.
Is that what's going to happen to us when we go?
Maybe, like I said, we need those hex nails and things.
Hex nails, yeah,
Yes.
that's a really good idea if you're really going to Irison. That's where the portal leads, huh?
Yes, it is.
Thousands of
Pale
miles
Tower.
away.
You know the Horwood forest?
I'm vaguely familiar with it.
That's where we have to go. Have you heard of the Pale Tower?
A long time ago.
Yeah, the portals apparently there
where it's
is
coming
where
from.
we have to shut it down.
Interesting.
So yeah, we're going to be needing some stuff to make sure we are safe and
Yes.
taken care of.
We don't really
while
know
we're-
how to shut it down when we get there, though, huh?
No, that was one of those vague. I'm sure you'll figure
Go
it
there and just
out.
hit the off switch.
Yeah,
Again, we are
right.
just so important. We were like, yes, of course we'll figure that out. No problem.
So, what can we do to help? What do you all need?
I would like some scrolls. I have made a list in my journal here. Hex nails for sure. I need more of those. One will not do. Cure white wounds wands.
Oh, yes, we need another
to
wand.
heal ourselves more.
I'm afraid the town doesn't have any of that. But
Well, dear.
Zemar isn't too far. Yeah, that's about a day's ride. I can y'all saved my life and Yosef's and everyone else's. I can send a rider out there to Zemar if you guys have any shopping you need to do, anything that needs to get sold. And,
That would be perfect.
you know, I owe you all for saving my tail. I'll throw in for whatever you need.
How much are you thinking you can throw in?
I mean, most of my shit got stolen in the caravan, but I think I have a small account set up in Zemar still from when I
we
went
have
to
a
visit.
we have a box
We
that I
have the
believe
box.
belongs to you still.
yeah that
Oh,
we found in the
wonderful.
carriage.
Oh, good.
It's got
That's
the
good.
jewelry in it.
I give her the box of stuff.
With 12 gold in it.
Oh, you know,
A
we
ring
also
and
have very sad news. We already told Yosef this, so he probably told you. Dansby is dead. We sent his stuff ahead
Yes.
with
Remember Dansby.
Yosef. So
Yes, Joseph did
Yes.
mention that. We've contacted his family. We've already held a service for
have
him.
you heard of any other confirmed deaths of
No.
locals in the woods?
No, we've warned everyone to be careful, and most people are heeding the advice after a death like this.
Will you give Dansby's family his? Oh, we grabbed his
we
things.
gave it to Yosef,
Oh, that's
so
right.
hopefully he took.
Yeah,
He's a very honorable man.
I took care of it personally.
Oh, good,
And
yes,
we had a good talk, and
So
like Iona said, we already held a service for him, and it was a good turnout.
It occurs to me that I may never come home again because Irison is very far away. And we'll probably die, let's be honest. So, I would like to say,
It's very sad to think
Yosef,
about.
if you would not mind taking care of and perhaps deciding who may qualify to live in Old Mother Theodore's cottage.
Yeah.
I mean, if I come back, I would like to move back home, and my goal obviously is to not die. But last time I traveled from Irison to Heldren, it took me years, and that magic portal is only going to be one way because we are closing it. So,
Well, then, and speaking of which, do you have any way to get a message out? I would like to send a message to our kiddos and our Warren just to let them know what's going on.
I mean, yeah,
But-
we can send letters through the Zemar post.
Okay. Well, I will write a letter to the kiddos. What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
that's a good idea. We should
Just-
let them
just
know. We
so
should
they
keep them in
know.
the loop.
That we're probably not going to be home. I mean, it's
Well, for a
possible.
minute anyway.
Yeah. Maybe longer. Maybe forever.
I think we're going to be fine, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with Norm. I think we're going to be all right. We're going to get through this.
Well, we got each other.
Have
And
you
we've been
seen-
doing good so far.
Have you seen Valdine just shoot stuff sometimes?
I know.
So besides, if you guys want to get together a list and a bag of all the stuff you need to sell and the stuff you need to buy, just bring it on back to me, and I'll go and hire a rider to head out.
But that
as
means
soon
we
as
have to wait.
can.
We have to wait at least 2 days. Is that going to be a problem? Like, we need to get on this.
I mean,
If it's a day there and a day back and some time
I
to
think
shop.
it's a little bit suicide to just go without something.
We need that wand, Normie.
I know, but what about our super secret sacred blood oath?
We're
Well-
gonna fulfill it. We're gonna go for sure.
Preparing for our adventure, I think, meets the requirements of that. But let's.
I can spend the next days while we wait doing some more berry making, so I can help that way, and there might be other things we can do to prepare better before we leave while we wait, so it's
Yeah.
not a wasted
Oh,
time.
Ghost is big enough. I'm thinking it might be a good idea to us to practice riding her and
Oh.
her running around
Training
with us
is-
on her back.
Training
You
is always
know,
good. Is there a place in town that's like a repository of knowledge? Is there like a library or something?
where we can learn.
I was wondering to learn about the last 100 years of Elvana's like rule, and
Oh, there's no books about Irison and Heldren. It's a kind of small town. Do you carry around a pocket history of Irison, perchance?
Nope.
Yeah, me neither, so... I can tell you the things that I remember, but I have to admit I did not always pay very close attention to my mama's history lessons. So-
Okay, well, we should get together a list right now so we can send the writer out as soon as possible.
Indeed, yes.
I
Okay.
need a piece of paper so I can write down my stuff.
I've got my list ready.
you did say you were a bad
Yes.
student.
Besides that, is there anything else we can do for y'all?
Oh, a massage.
Oh,
No,
Well,
remember
my poor
Balor,
feetsies.
I
yeah.
would
Balor
like,
said we should get a massage.
as part of making this list, how many funds can we count on from you, Argenti?
Well, like I said, I should be able to empty my account in Zmar. I think it's about 500.
Okay, so that's... Gotcha.
Oh, we can put that
Uh,
towards the wand.
Would you like... I can help contribute gold towards the Wand March, since
Okay.
it helps all of
Yeah,
us. How
So-
much do you
Sure.
need? Let us all sit and do some math and make a spreadsheet and send the shopping and the sales
500
list.
would be 124.
We'll share the Google Doc.
And I mean, if you
Amongst the
guys
party.
want to sell the rest of the stuff, I need to keep my signet ring, but the earrings, bracelets, necklace, pendant, I think it would be much better used as some liquid funds for y'all.
Sure. Well, how much are those worth? Because I'm sure I wouldn't know.
I think all the jewelry all together will go for about 240.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah, Vasilisa is making has made her shopping list. There are 15 scrolls, 2 scroll cases, and 3 hex nails. And that is her shopping list.
So for my shopping was kind of conditional because he wants to get poisons if they're available, and if they're not available, like however much money can be spent on poisons. If there's too much left over, he wants to replace his armor with a higher level armor.
I guess send me the list of poisons you want, and then I have to look them all up.
There's only 9 of them.
Oh, boy.
Only 9. No big deal.
Well, it's just my wish list, but like I know they're not all going to be available. There might only be like 1 or 2 available. so that's-
Sure. Well, I can go through what Marge is looking for. She has to sell the leaf armor for Ghost because,
She
and
grew
she
up.
needs some masterwork studded leather armor made instead because that's going to be the next best thing, really.
So it's going to take a full day to make the armor.
When we get the new wand, is it okay if I carry it? Because I
Sure.
cannot fail to use it.
Yeah, I'll just keep the old one.
Yes, and then
It
we're
still has 9
spreading
charges
out
and-
for safety. Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, other than the charms and the hex nails, Valdine's only looking for a mithril shirt and a cloak of resistance.
Mhm.
Just
Those
pretty
should-
standard
yeah,
stuff.
those should
Yeah.
That should be in Zmar. Like, I
Are
would
you
think.
doing good for ammo?
For ammo, I could actually craft my own ammo.
Well, and that's something that would be an easy thing to say Valdine does while we wait for people
Right,
to
like,
go
during
to
downtime,
Zmar.
I go
Is
make
just
ammunition.
Make ammo.
Yeah.
Can I find a small size locking gauntlet?
Yes.
Can I find a small size tail blade?
For the tail blade,
Yeah.
you're going to have to get it made, but it's going to take a day.
Okay.
Well, are we waiting a day to get stuff made for Ghost anyway?
We
Yeah.
are, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'd like to order that from somebody.
It turns out good berries last for 1 day per level of the caster. So since I'm level 4, that is 4 days that they're
It'll
good
stay
for.
fresh. Oh, nice.
So
Are you
Use
just
those
gonna
instead of the
stock up?
wand.
I don't want to make it too complicated. Like these berries are good for 1 day now, and these are good for 4. So just the day before we leave, I'm going to use all of my level 1 spell slots and cast good berry 5 times. Rolling it out, it looks like that's going to be 7 berries a piece again. I got 28 again.
Nice.
And so we will each have 7 good berries, which are good for 3 more days by the time we leave Heldren.
So I just realized you cannot use a cloak of resistance along with mealback cords. So I cannot use a cloak. at
Oh, yeah,
all.
they
Mealback
take the
cords
same
take up
slot.
the cloak spot,
Yeah.
which is lame, but it's the way it's going to be.
So what are you
Yeah.
gonna get instead?
And I'm going to ask for a vest of endure elements if it's possible,
Smart.
because I have been cold and I don't like it. And
That's
that
a good
would,
one.
That would be really nice to grab. So if that's possible, I'd grab that instead. It's the same price as what the cloak would have been. So I grabbed myself an awesome vest.
So I'm going to be able to, if I sell the chain shirt for just a measly 25, I'm going to be able to get all 4 of the poisons that I wanted, plus armor that lets me move around.
Yeah, I'm literally just buying scrolls and hex nails like a crazy person. So
Yeah,
I got 5.
I got my hex
Well,
nails.
5 nails
not
and
like
a biter.
a crazy person, like a very sensible,
Like a
prepared person.
Sane person who's about to fight a bunch of wishes.
Like a witch who knows the value of scrolls. I'm biding my time waiting for all this stuff to come back so I can sit down and set some scrolls on fire and do some rituals. It'll be fun.
I spent all but 20 gold. I have 20 gold left.
I have 9.
Vasilisa has 100 gold.
I have 2 silver and 5 copper.
She's anxious. So I guess she'll be the bankroller for when we're in Arison for a little bit. We'll see.
James, how are we gonna run through this? Are you gonna kind of do town conversation stuff?
I feel like it's more like Vasilisa. This is Vasilisa's place. So
Vasilisa.
if she's got business here.
Right.
Needs to say goodbye to people and make sure Theodora's
Spend some
cottage
time
is
with Yosef.
closed up. Yeah, visit her special friend Yosef and say a proper goodbye to him. Once the stuff gets back is when she's doing some good berries on the last day, but then when the stuff arrives, she's gonna make everybody wait a solid 4 hours before we leave in the morning. The next day or the night before.
Well, we're going to be there
guess.
for 3 days, so do you want to maybe on the second day use your 4 hours?
I guess when the person returns. No, she needs the
That's
scrolls.
right,
So
that's
when
right.
the person
Yeah.
returns on that 3rd day, she'll just stay up late doing some tricky ritual stuff with some scrolls. And I need some important rolls that I have to do when that happens.
Another thing that you guys mentioned briefly is you talked about recruiting people.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you guys want to look into, or do you want to just say, you know what, no, let's just keep it?
I think-
with
Well, I
us?
started off asking for an army, and then didn't you say something to Joseph?
Well, I
Are
said
they coming with us?
no.
Okay.
You guys
No,
were just
I-
like, army!
And then Vasilisa and Valdine pointed out that normal level people are not very helpful versus witches. Like we might just be getting people killed at some point. It would also take a lot more time and be
To be prepared,
tricky.
yeah.
Yeah. Everyone who goes through that portal is committed to being in Irison.
Oh, and maybe never coming back. But I
Indeed.
think we should leave as many people here to protect the town of Heldren
Who
as
knows
possible.
what will happen to us, but I do not feel comfortable. If someone wants to volunteer who thinks they would be particularly helpful, we might consider it, but I do not think we should actively recruit to take people through with us just because,
It'd be easier to sneak around if there's less of us.
yes, I think this is more of an infiltration kind of job. Even
Than an
with an
army,
army,
yeah.
I do not know if we could take White Throne.
It's a special operation.
And we have to sneak in the White Throne to get Baba Yaga's cottage, her hut. So it would not be a good situation.
Where are you guys having this conversation?
in the bar.
I mean, I think
Oh,
Vasilisa would prefer it to be at Theodora's cottage, just so she's the one with a
that's
house.
fine.
We're
in
kind of
town.
doing a meeting with just us adventurers.
That's fine. Yeah.
Azalea is snuggling you super
Yeah.
hard.
I'm just petting this big old white bunny rabbit in my lap while I talk. Poor Azalea. She will miss me.
She's like a cousin. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, she is a bit like family. The familiar of a witch is very close to her, and Theodora was very close to me.
Well, I'm thinking, Norm, that you and I should sit down and write a letter to the kiddos. Let them know that, well, we may not be back.
Oh gosh, I mean, you don't think we're coming back? I figured we would come back.
Oh, I hope so, but I mean, we should be careful, you know. I mean, and
Oh no,
just
no,
in
definitely
case.
be careful for sure.
Well, just in case, let them know what's going on, so we don't just disappear. And then if we don't come back, even if we do stay
should come
alive,
back, though.
oh, well, of course, but it might take us a long time to get back.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. I mean, I feel like they knew we were going to be gone for a while, but it'd be nice to touch base and just check in with them. Just say hi. Postcard from Heldren. Wish you were here. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, no, they can stay where they're at. I think they're safer there, though they are a bit more north than we are here. They might get cold first, so maybe warn them too.
Be like, hey, we're trying to make sure this doesn't happen.
Well, we're gonna go do that. We're gonna go write a letter, and then I think I'm gonna practice with Ghost. You know, writing. You and I should practice writing Ghost.
Yeah, definitely not. It feels weird now. It feels different. We need more time.
Yeah. Ghost is getting big.
Write a weasel, write a letter.
Yeah, so Marge and Norm depart Mother Theodora's to ride a weasel and write some letters. Valdine, it's just you and Vasilisa and a bunny rabbit.
Well, I think it's just now a waiting game between supplies coming in from Zimar.
Indeed, I...
Have you consulted your cards at all since we've been on the road? I mean, I know you did that first time before we left town, but
I have some.
what'd the cards tell you?
They don't always see too far into the future. The last time, you know, it's hard to interpret.
When did you do
I
it
only
last?
really asked for myself. Just the right after the Black Rider died, while we were in the cave.
Oh, during your watch in the cave?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Do a reading then. It is my go-to thing. I always ask the cards. Even now, I am considering not looking at that particular random card. That's not how it works. Do not worry about that one. No. But yes,
Sure, very
I
reassuring.
ask the cards all the time.
Just hoping it has something good to tell us this time. Seems
More
like
of a warning, I suppose.
seems
as
like it
long
is
as we
kind of-
try not to be selfish, it's probably fine.
seems that the cards are often foreboding.
It's just some things that look very terrible are actually very amazing depending on where they are in context, you know?
So
like
looks can be deceiving.
exactly, you know? Remember the hidden truth?
Yes.
You know, it's like that only all the time. I mean, there's a card that looks very bad that is infected, and it's just like, oh, dying of disease, contagion, bad.
Not a good time for that
But-
card, I don't think.
If that card is misaligned in the reading, it really means, oh, great virtue, great fortitude, only good things overcoming disease.
Mm.
So there are good and bad in each card, and it's how the card is played before us.
Yeah. If you decide to do anything else with your cards, just I think you should let us know. I think you should keep us in the loop on that.
Indeed, we are tied together by fate, clearly, and if you ever would like a particular reading for yourself,
Let me think on that.
I can tell your fortune.
I might take you up on that later.
All right, let me know anytime.
Maldine's heads off to the blacksmith to
Okay.
craft cartridges for his gun.
Sweet.
And I'm gonna just kind of hang out with the blacksmith and I ask him questions if he knows anything about ammunition and guns. And I'm trying to I'm playing this as that Valdine is learning about how to make his gun better every time he visits a blacksmith in any town.
You go over, and it's called Isker's Smithy. Nearing on 50, 60-year-old man working, and his daughter is his assistant and apprentice, and she is fucking gorgeous. But you start asking him about firearms. He's like, oh, yeah, I craft firearms. Well, I don't really craft them anymore, but when I was serving over in Zemar as part of their army, I saw all sorts of firearms and guns and stuff.
That's fantastic news. I've been looking for someone to talk to about, and I start showing him my gun. I
Oh,
open
wow.
it up and I clean it, and I kind of we spend time talking about it essentially, and I definitely noticed his attractive daughter.
She
and,
notices you.
Oh, hey. I probably work in some way to mention a tasty beverage later in the day and invite her to join me for a drink at the bar.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to go to the Silver Stoat with you.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Her name is Xanthippe Euphraim.
Calling her Zan for short.
My notes. Isker's daughter, apprentice and town beauty, hangs at Silver Stoat, tough as nails.
Nice.
Sounds right up Valby.
Doesn't it?
Yeah,
Sounds
no
like so
kidding.
perfect.
She's just an overall badass.
Yep, that's exactly who Valdine would be talking to right now, so
Cool.
makes sense.
Vasilisa, once old Mother Theodora's cottage is empty, would
What's she
seek out
doing? Oh,
Yosef
okay, yeah.
and show him where everything is in the cottage. Yeah, this is where, excuse me, this is where all of the herbs are. You know, if they need any, you should probably just give it to the apothecary.
Yeah, I'll take this all over to
And
Saria.
if someone's good with the garden, it's going to be all wasted. The harvest, I won't be here to pick all of the vegetables.
Yeah, Argus is he's pretty good with gardening.
Okay. And Azalea, she likes to eat mostly carrots. They are her favorite thing. But please do not only give her carrots because she needs a balanced diet.
I know what. I've taken care of her, and I will take care of her until you come back.
Okay. I mean, I'll try to come back. I will.
Good. You better.
And
I
don't
know how
touch
much you hate
this
it up
shelf.
there.
It's all magical.
Oh, okay.
And I don't want anyone to explode while I am gone.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad idea. I won't touch it. I
Okay.
promise. I'll keep the place locked up until we find someone to replace it.
Okay.
I mean, not that anyone could replace you, but
Thank you, but I'm just a witch. What can I say? I will miss this place. I will miss you too, Yosef.
I'm gonna miss you too, Lisa. It's really been a nice couple years.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a shame that it took us a good 8 years of flirting before we decided we were special friends.
Yeah, it was a long 8 years, that's for sure. But it's been really nice having you around. A lot of people are gonna miss you.
That is good to hear. Being missed means that I really had a home, and I always wanted one. So
And you'll always have one. You're gonna come back.
yes, Marigold and I will come back. We will do our best anyway. Would you like to maybe stay here with me just until I leave?
I'd love that.
Okay, thank you. Fade to black. We play Parcheesi.
Yeah. Should Marge and Norm get busy too? Like if everyone else is hooking up tonight.
So where's everybody else gonna stay?
I suppose, we could have a couple more kiddos.
Oh, where are we gonna stay?
I thought you were past those days.
I don't think we're ever past those days till we die.
I mean,
Oh, wow.
well, I keep making new stuff, all the time.
I might be running out of eggs here.
There is no hotel in town.
No, but is there anybody that offered to put up like the heroes?
I thought the tavern.
The Stout is just a tavern.
It's just a tavern.
Yeah, but they
Oh.
let people sleep on the floor.
Well,
I guess that's where Valdine was sleeping before his adventure started.
If you guys want to go and talk to people, like people are kind of giving you guys distance. This is a very gossipy town.
Yeah.
It's mostly gossip.
Well, I think Marge and Normie might just set up camp just outside of town or by.
Okay, yeah, I just don't want to go
Vasilis's.
too far,
No, of course not. But I feel like everybody needs a little bit of privacy right now. I mean, we're going to be so close.
And you think they might be sick of us? Like they might be sick of how much time we've had to spend. We've been forced to spend a lot of time together.
That's
and-
true. They seem really nice, so I hope that.
Oh,
you
sure,
know,
but even nice
we
people,
all
they
get
can start to
along.
wear on you.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Sometimes people can be too nice, and that'll start to wear on you.
Like you, Norm?
Oh no, I'm just the right.
Just the right amount? Well, then I'm fine, because I'm just above the right amount.
Oh, you think you're nicer than me?
No. I'm saying I don't know. I suppose we should ask somebody else.
Somewhere in the distance, Vasilisa and Valdine wonder, wait, are Marge and Norm sick of us?
Because we're not nearly
some
nice
distance
enough.
and privacy?
So that's day 1. Day 2 rolls around. Valdine, you had a magnificent night of drinking with Xanthippe. Vasilisa, you and Yosef had a wonderful night playing Parcheesi. Marge and Norm, you guys shacked up together like usual.
And had a wonderful night
And
because
had a wonderful night.
we're a happily married couple.
Why not?
Do you need us to roll a fertility check?
I thought we established that Marge was past that.
Sometimes you think
I
you're
think
out of
it's a
eggs.
character decision. If you guys want to get pregnant, do it.
We would roll for it. We wouldn't just decide to do it.
Vasilisa, as the local midwife, is familiar with some
All kinds of pregnancy.
local birth control methods, which is what she uses personally. But are they efficacious on rat folk? Yes or no? You gotta brew the right tisane, drink it, shove maybe something in some key places, get yourself
For
good to go.
For the fella or for the lady? Is it something that stops the eggs, or is it something that shuts down the sperm? Or
Now that I think about it, it's probably a little bit sexist, but I think Vasilisa just does it for herself. I mean, can't count on the guy, right?
Oh, so
I
you
mean,
got the tea
she's
that works
the
on
one
the
that
girl.
would she'd be the one stuck with it if the guy's tea fails.
or if he tries to
do
trick
them
you, what if he
brews.
just doesn't drink the tea and he tells you he did drink the tea?
right?
Wow.
Well, I don't think Yosef would do that, but I mean, who can you trust? I mean, we're just playing Parcheesi anyway, though. Really.
What are we doing?
What are you guys doing? You have a full day. You have 2 full
Alright.
days left. What do you do?
Marge is going to keep training Ghost with the writing thing because, it seems like it might come in handy.
I'm doing lots of stretching and lots of practicing different maneuvers and
Manures.
just feeling extra dexterous and extra limber, especially with the new armor. And the other thing is I'm readying for the new poisons when they come back. So I'm cleaning all my old poisons that I have and scooching them aside and making room for the new ones. Just kind of organizing my setup.
Do we want to see if we can find our old Warren? Since, we've got time. We can try and just walk around the city a little bit. The outskirts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm for going
West side.
for a walk anyway. I'm not too optimistic that we're gonna find anything. I just, it's just nice to go on an adventure with you, honey.
Oh, you're so sweet. It would be nice
But yeah, we need to
get out.
practice riding
Fresh
Ghost
air.
anyway.
Yeah.
Vasilisa, Valdine, what are you guys up to today?
Early morning, I think Valdine goes out for a walk, just practicing survival stuff, just walking around the town, just probably a lap around the general area. And then spends the rest of the day probably in the tavern,
Okay.
hanging out at the bar, maybe showing people how his gun works, but not shooting it,
Yeah.
just showing people who are interested to talk to him. I'm sure he makes some plans to see what Zam's doing later.
Xanthippe, yeah.
Xanthippe, yeah. in the evening.
Well, I got a full day of work over at the smithy, but I can meet you again at tonight at the bar.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Let's
Good.
let's plan for some festivities later.
So what's Vasilisa up to today?
Vasilisa spends some quality time with Yosef. Just,
Yeah, gardening.
getting what time she can get in.
Yeah.
She makes it clear to everyone she can spread word. I'm leaving in a couple days. If you want your fortune told or to seek advice, you have to come to me in the next couple of days. And so I think she prepares and studies all of her usual assistance spells that she would on a normal day. She just
Enjoy some normalcy, just because you know it's fleeting.
cure some villagers who've taken harm in some way. Be ready to tell some fortunes. Get some lovers in here and let them know whether it's going to work out if they pop the question. Whatever. Her usual kind of day.
So you guys go out and search. Norm and Marge, give me perceptions. Or survival, one of the two.
21 for Marge.
16.
Marge, things seem familiar, but they're just off enough that it's like a vague memory of the area. That's all you guys find that day.
Oh.
Night comes. Valdine, you meet up with Zan at the bar, and you guys have another wonderful night of drinking and
Whatever else.
roughhousing, whatever in the bar. Marge, Norm, you guys come back and go back to your little campsite.
Yeah. And I'm
yeah.
not disappointed because I wasn't really expecting too much anyway, but it's just nice to get out and practice.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
And Vasilisa, you just keep doing your thing. A couple of people have come to you over the course of the day for your normal kind of services and to say goodbye.
I'm trying to hold myself together. Mostly Vasilisa's just, trying to put a brave face on it and not think too much about Irison.
Day 3, if everything went well in Zemar, the rider should be on his way back with your guys' new gear.
Is there a temple? Is there a particular religion in Heldren?
Yes, there is. Thank you for asking. There is a temple of Aristil here. And if you go there is also shrines to Abadar, Gazra, Pharasma, and Sarenrae.
Cool. Yeah, I'd probably go do that and just kind of like ask them if they have any interesting books. I mean, I know that the religious people a lot of times want to share what they believe and want to share what they know with other people like really eagerly. So,
Oh, yeah.
So if I'm looking for knowledge, maybe I'll just go to the temple and just see if they have any books they want me to read or...
Ah, hello, my child.
Hello.
What can I help you with today? My name is Natharin Sephander.
Oh my gosh, what a neat name.
Thank you. And who are you, my good sir?
Oh, I'm Norm Gunderson.
Norm Gunderson. Welcome to our fine little temple of Aristil and other various deities.
It is really nice.
What can I help you with today?
I just was looking for something to read.
Okay, what about? Would you like to read a particular God's Gospel? Are you looking for information on, bodily purity or about death and the afterlife of all the different planes of existence? Do you want to learn about farming and how to take care of cattle?
You said like the afterlife and death and other planes and stuff?
Yes, so we have a shrine here to Pharasma, who is the judger of souls. I believe we have a manuscript pertaining to her worship in the back.
How long is this book?
It's a fair size. How fast do you read?
Kind of fast, but I was just looking for something for today, so something I could finish in a day.
All right, well, I think I have some pamphlets around here.
Oh, thank you.
All right. He goes and gets a stack of pamphlets for each god.
And bake sales and things like that, or
just cobbles together as much sparse information.
Oh, that's cool. So I'm just learning about a tiny bit about each of the other gods.
Yeah,
Again,
I like that.
That's good for charisma and being able to talk at parties and stuff.
I like it.
Inch deep and a mile wide kind of thing.
That's really good.
So yeah, he's just gonna learn a tiny bit about, which is good because meta-wise, I know a tiny bit about a bunch of gods. So that's Norm will share my level of expertise. That should be good.
I like that. I like that a lot. And as day 3 ends, the rider comes back laden with some cool fucking loot for you guys.
Yay! Oh, it's like Christmas.
Oh,
Santa.
look, Ghost, you've got your armor now. We're going to have to train with your
Oh my
armor
goodness.
on.
Yeah, and that's it. All the training we just did, pointless.
No.
Just totally wasted.
No.
James is like, yep.
Yeah.
You wasted
No.
time.
You gotta learn to walk before you run. You gotta learn to ride without armor
Before you
ride
put
with
armor on, exactly.
Is it pretty fair to assume that they would deliver the stuff to Old Mother Theodora's cottage, or would they take it to the town hall?
They would take it to the town hall,
Okay.
but Lady Argenty carries it all over.
Yay!
She just has these 2 big sacks of stuff, and she knocks on your door.
Oh, you have scrolls for me.
Yeah, I got scrolls, I got nails. There's some armor in
Yes.
here.
Come
I
on-
think you guys
come
are
on
gonna
in.
be quite
Yes.
pleased.
And Vasilisa's already folding her any tool into a little mallet so she can hammer those hex nails into some boots. Ooh,
Valdine takes off a boot and
wonderful.
hands it to you so you can put it
yes,
on it.
I'll take care of that for you.
Yes.
Oh, careful with that Ossivane poison though. If you spill it, you don't want to spill it.
Oh my, yes, Norm, you take the poisons. That's terrifying. I shall take these lovely scrolls. And, shall we plan on leaving tomorrow?
Well, I think that's probably the best thing we could do.
Yeah, we should
I'm-
do that.
I'm going to need to...
It's about 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I would like to
Aw.
make
2 or 3.
some berries for us to take tomorrow. And then I would also like to spend some time with these scrolls and my deck of cards.
Okay. Does this count as preparation towards
Oh, of
our
course.
quest? Okay.
You see, this is a fun fact for you. This is Witch Facts with Vasilisa Morozova. So, when a witch would like to know a new spell, and she has a scroll which has the spell upon it, she can try to teach it to her familiar. Normally, Norm, this will never not be funny to me, but it is usual for a
Paldine's a funny
witch
language.
to
Good times.
take the scroll, burn it, take the ashes of the scroll, make a special paste, and then feed it to her familiar.
How do your cards eat?
Yeah, I was
though?
just wondering.
This
that.
is the difference, yes.
Yeah.
See, mine is more like how I burn my incense. You know, when I give a horror reading, I burn the incense to set the mood. You know, I take the scroll, I burn it, and it's more like the smoke is infused with the magical words of the spell, and my cards just kind of take it in, and then I try very hard to help them to retain it so that I can have the spell myself in the future. But it takes a very long time. These scrolls in particular, I have 2 of them I'm trying to add here, and that's going to be 2 hours each. So that's 4 hours of me alone with some smoke and my cards, just very
I
focused.
think you've got lots of time, but
Yes.
I was just thinking of something. It might be a little late for this, but earlier in our travels, to the portal, we were talking about walking on top of the snow, and you said something about snowshoes,
Those are a thing that are pretty common in Yerson, yeah.
but we didn't actually get any.
Oh, you make a good point. I did not even think about it.
That may not be good. Things are going to take a
Well,
lot
maybe
longer.
we can get some while we're in Earson.
I hope so.
That's true. They should be much more common in Yerson. We'll just buy some at a local store somewhere. Maybe, hopefully. Any cobbler in Yerson will have snowshoes.
Okay. Well, let's hope that there's some there because, I think that would be a lot easier.
It'll speed us up.
Yeah,
this
for
would
sure.
have been nice to think of 3 days ago.
I
It's
know.
too bad, really.
I did.
Oh
Oh,
my.
If only retconning was a thing.
Oh well. I mean, time
Hey guys, I
travel
bought
is
us all
much
snowshoes.
higher magic.
You're so good, Valdine. Ahead of the curve.
I spent my 3 days making snowshoes.
But they're all made out of lead, iron, and gunpowder.
They explode with every step. Boom, ba-boom, boom, boom.
They're not quiet, that's for sure.
They sink anyway. Just
But Vasilisa will cast good berries 5 times and just distribute these berries out.
and that was 7.
So we have
per
them
again.
7 per person again. Now, keep in mind, these berries are only magically good, magically delicious for 4 days, okay? 4 days. And then they are just normal yummy berries. And I will have to re-enchant them, okay?
Okay.
So, keep them for tomorrow. Hopefully we can save some bond charges on the road. But,
How long do they keep after that? Like, when do they eventually go bad?
well, given that we'll be trapped in a winter wasteland, it's kind of like tends to preserve the berries a little bit in my experience. So, who knows? These are fresh ones I just picked from my garden. So, hopefully a week or more.
So the cold will keep them alive longer. Hopefully the cold will have the same effect on us.
I don't think so, but I appreciate your optimism.
Well, thank you. I try and bring it with me every day, everywhere I go.
It's only sometimes exhausting. Mostly it is reassuring that
see,
someone
honey-
can be so
See,
cheerful.
honey, I was right. They're getting sick of us.
What? You think we are getting ill?
Well, no, we know it's a...
Valdine, are you ill?
Oh, I feel pretty good.
I should have prepared remove sickness if we are. Do you need me to prepare remove sickness, Norm?
Oh, that's a ratfolk expression.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We were just wondering if you were getting tired of us being
Oh.
around so much.
Oh no.
'Cause
you
of the
are
positivity.
you're very interesting, much more fun to be with than anyone I met in Garrison, honestly.
I mean, you can't exactly go somewhere else. We're all bound to this mission anyway, so...
Well,
We
that's
are
true. But we
stuck
figured,
with each
if
other,
you were
indeed,
tired
yeah.
of us, we could always, hang back a little bit.
Even that universal solvent Marge God cannot separate the glue that sticks us together. Am I right?
It's blood magic. It's hard to get out of anything.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
Speaking of blood magic,
Did you
I'm
drink
going
club
to
soda?
take this scroll. I am going to disappear into my cottage. I will see you all. Maybe we can have dinner together in 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Wish me luck.
That sounds good. Then we can
good luck.
sleep. And
Thank you.
Oh,
I'll need
yeah,
it.
Good
yes.
luck.
Okay.
Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah.
All right, let's do some rolls. See if you can learn from the scrolls.
All right. So
You can do it. You can do it. No, not
Learn
one.
from the
this
scrolls.
first scroll is
What do
a
you have to
scroll
roll?
of blood transcription.
Mm-hmm.
Vasilisa thought about how powerful this whole blood magic power stuff was and thought, there are going to be a lot of witches in Arison. I might want some of their spells.
Steal with
So
blood.
if I, can find a way of getting that out of their blood, that would be really neat. So she got this scroll and she's going
That's
to
awesome.
call upon her guiding spirit, which is once per day. It's kind of like a snowflake, but it's a daily trait for her.
Roll high.
Ooh, a nat 20 and
Nice.
an 11. So we'll take
Yep.
that 20. And it's a spellcraft check, so my total should be plenty high enough to learn that
Crushed
spell.
it.
I got a 32 total.
Heck yeah.
So I learn blood transcription 2 hours later.
Nice. And you have one more you wanted to learn, right?
I step outside of the cottage to get some fresh air because, the smoke and the magic. And then I go back in. I have climbing beanstalk because I thought about it and I really like the plants of summer. Beans are really yummy. Also, we are going to a tower made of ice and you cannot climb ice, but if we need to climb a tower made of ice, it would be helpful if instead we were just climbing a beanstalk. So, and for this one, I am going to actually use a snowflake.
Wow.
Buzz,
Ooh,
buzz.
I got a 16 and a 19. So with that 19, it is going to be a 31 total, and it's a DC 17. So I
So you crush
definitely
You learn it twice.
learn the crap out of that spell too.
Very
and
nice.
Vasilisa adds 2 new level 2 spells to her deck of cards.
Well done.
Nice. So you guys meet up for dinner sometime after that at the Stoat. And this is it. This is the last night. You guys are leaving in the morning. What's the atmosphere like here?
I'm gonna try and set the mood by getting there before everyone else and setting the places for dinner. And I'm just gonna set a plate for everyone and put one of my good berries on each individual plate. So when they show up, it's like, here's dinner.
That's
one
great.
one good berry, just to kind of make everybody feel good and
When
relaxed.
you walk into the bar, do a perception check for me.
22
Valdine is pregnant.
for like 18 weeks.
Wow, you
or
had
for how
some
long?
fun, Valdine.
I've had some
Woo.
fun. No, Valdine's already at the bar when you get there.
Oh.
I just want to know. I just want to see if you noticed him or not. He's at the bar.
Okay, so I see you, but I feel like you might be okay with the prank too. So I'm just gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, no, I don't say anything. I
figured
don't interrupt you. I
You're
just,
okay. Like it'll be a surprise for everybody else.
Everyone shows up and you see 4 plates, Norm, and good berries.
Oh, look. Oh,
Look, I
Norma,
made
you're so
I made
sweet.
dinner for everybody.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. You should eat real food.
Aw.
Well, you should take the good berries back so you've got all of your berries,
Okay, yeah, I was just fooling.
Valdine, are you going to be bringing some of that drink with you?
that's a good idea.
You seem much more
I
relaxed.
would like to point out the alcohol shall make you feel quite warm. You shall actually be quite cold. So, just a word of warning.
Right, it's
Dangerous a little
almost
bit.
like an illusion of warmth, but not the reality of it.
Yes.
You're tricking yourself.
Yeah, sometimes that is the best medicine. Is a little bit of self-deception.
Also, alcohol's technically poison. Yeah. So I learned that
You-
because I can detect poison sometimes.
Norman, you probably know a lot about alcohol.
Yeah.
then.
Well, but you can. It's one of those things you can totally build up an immunity to.
I think
Oh,
I've done that.
indeed.
You guys sit down, you
Yeah.
eat, you drink, you have a wonderful night, and eventually you all make your way back to your sleeping quarters. And as you fall asleep, you think about the journey of the day to come. It's another fuck ton of hours back to the Winter Portal, and another fuck ton of hours back to the Winter Lodge. I'm assuming you guys are going to break it up into 2 days, or maybe you're just going to push all the way through. Who knows? One of those is definitely irresponsible, especially with the amount of cold checks you need to do. Can someone do a DC 30 for me? Find out next time on the Dimension.
Oh, we're trying to.
God, yeah.
Press start.
Oh, next session's gonna be awesome.
Oh man, yeah.
I just want to keep going.
Yeah.
I don't want to stop now.
I know. We're gonna go. Well, now thank you very much for listening. All that beautiful music you hear at the beginning and the end. Well, that's all done by MDK Music. Isn't that just wonderful? And oh, the gorgeous music in the middle of it all. That's by our very own Zach Kreitler.
I think it's Kreitler, honey.
Oh, well, there's an E first, and then it's the.
I'm pretty sure it's Kreitler.
Yeah.
And thanks to the people at My Metal Christmas for helping with Elizabeth's very special song in the beginning there. And now just a bit of bonus content from Listen, Rinse, Repeat.
Enjoy.
A lot can happen in 20 seconds.
I could empty my pistol.
I could cast several spells.
Oh, and I could run over 200 feet, unless there's lots of snow, of course.
I could apply poison to like 3 darts, even if I'm being really careful.
Or
We could just wash our hands.
Don't be gross.
That bit you just heard, you could have been washing your hands while listening to it. Don't worry, eventually you'll need to wash your hands again, and there are plenty more where that came from. You can find them at listenrinserepeatpodcast.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.